Well, it's about that time. Hunters should be arriving anytime. Usually most of them are a little early. That's pretty par for the course, but everybody's pretty much on time right now. So anytime we'll start having hunters roll into camp.
As the hunters arrive, a welcome visit from Mark's family makes the season even more special. Mark's uncle and nephew have arrived in camp for this season's hunt. A few minutes later, the rest of the week's hunters arrive, greeting each other and reminiscing about previous hunts. As everyone settles in for the evening and preparations are made for tomorrow's opening, some of the hunters take some time to dial in their bows for some last-minute target practice to hone their shots for what lies ahead.
Well, the hunter's going to be out this afternoon. It's the opening day of the 2019 archery season here in Kentucky. I'm going to ride to the back of this farm over here and check the stand out real quick. Just going to look at it from a distance and make sure there's everything's good on that stand. Make sure all the pull-up rope's still on it and all. But anticipating a good day today. So hopefully we'll have some good report before long.
As the evening progresses, Hal gets a call from his hunter about a buck that he has taken a shot at.
One of the guys on this velvet hunt just put down the split G2 deer that we've been watching for a while, and he's been coming out like clockwork, and luckily he stayed on his same pattern. So it is about 6:45, about 45 minutes left of daylight shooting time, so hopefully we can get this thing recovered. He said he got a good clean pass through. It's sweet to get the first deer of the season in daylight.
As Hal arrives at the hunter's location, it's always a welcoming sign to see deer ahead.
I think we got a little gut shot on some gut matter. We're just going to back out for now. Give it a little while. We may go back and see if there's any blood anywhere. About an hour or so. If not, we may just let it lay and then come back here in the morning. That's our plan right now.
Back at camp, the decision is made to let the hunter's buck go for the night and resume looking for it in the morning. This way it won't spook and go further into the woods.
And we just come back the next morning, he didn't go 80 yards and lay down. And it was a true get him in the gut.
As the day comes to a close, it's time for some home cooking and relaxing before tomorrow's hunt. As a new day arrives, so does guide Eric and his young tracking hound Willow.
You ready to go work? Don't stink up my truck. Hey.
Now it's time to let Willow work and see if she can track the buck. Unfortunately, after hours of searching, there was no luck in locating Mike's buck.
Based on what he said and all, they had every intention. They thought they'd go in there and it'd be 50 yards in their dead.
You know, Mike's killed a lot of nice deer, so I don't know, it's just, I don't know what's going on here. And with that range extreme that he's using, it'll have a 4 or 5 inch exit hole. I mean, those exit holes are just horrific. It's when they come out, so I don't know. There was no white hair anywhere, so I know he got it.
Alright, so we're gonna get you back where you were yesterday, sitting on this river over here. We'll let you off right over here. Wind's perfect. It's gonna be coming out of the south, and it's gonna switch up to a little southeast light. So it's going to be perfect for you.
Great.
Perfect night.
Yeah, because the deer last night came from that direction.
Mark and Bill, Mike's father, head out to Bill's stand with hope of Bill taking a big buck that started to show up in the area. Before Bill heads off to the stand, Mark's helping him out with some last-minute cover scent and bug repellent.
Mark, it's showtime. Thanks for all you're doing. By your phone, but I got a good feeling.
Get it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, there's nothing like the feeling when you've got a hunter that's excited. He's going to his stand. He's going out that way right now. And I'm going to be waiting by the phone, waiting for a phone call. He's a good shot. He saw a real big shooter last night. It's actually a buck that we didn't have on our trail camera, so it's a new buck that's taken up in this area. So hopefully he'll either see him or we've got 4 different shooters over here that's on this stand. So hopefully we'll get some good news in a little bit. I'm excited. Well,
Gave it everything we could. You know, we went in there and let it lay last night and brought that one dog in.
yeah.
No luck. And then brought that other guy with his seasoned dog in.
He couldn't get on any blood or
No, you know, there was a little bit of gut matter in the corn there
Yeah,
and some light blood. And we found 2 good spots of blood. He
yeah.
tracked it, you know, there's 2 good spots. And then it got sparse, almost in a circle like he's backing around.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't figure out which way he went that way or if he went that way. And then the blood just disappeared. That dog tracked. We walked about 4 miles, I bet, in there. All the way out to the bean field, across the bean field, back over to that ditch. And the dog just, he wasn't interested. I mean, he was just tracking, he was walking. He said he could tell that dog, after he got off that blood, he wasn't interested in tracking. It just wasn't, nothing there for him.
That deer ain't dead.
I don't think he is. I mean, I sure would like to think he ain't.
Yeah, me too. All right, bro, we're gonna head up this way.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Did everything we could.
I know you did. All right. Well, there you go. Yes, you know, you get. Yesterday, we're all jacked up that Mike had killed this deer and obviously made a gut shot on it, and so we backed out. Went back in this morning with 1 dog and couldn't find it, and then get another guy came in from Tennessee that had a dog, and this a dog that's a sure enough tracker. We've used him before, and you heard what Hal said. We just can't find that deer, and I hate it for the deer, number one, because you know you owe it to the animal to do your best and try to, you know, retrieve and recover that deer, which we have. We've put in a, you know, above and beyond effort to try to find it, and I hate it for the hunter. I mean, because he's heartbroken right now. So anyhow, we'll go on to the next one. We got everybody's out in the stand right now. It's the second sit of the season. It's the afternoon. Number 2 is Sunday, and hopefully this phone will be going off here in a minute, and people will be calling saying we got another big buck down. Well, it's Sunday afternoon. It's sun is already set. We just got a few minutes left of legal shooting light, and we're waiting on a phone call. It's very nerve-wracking. You know, we want everybody to shoot a good buck. As I've told you before, we had 2 shot yesterday afternoon. One of them was recovered this morning. We had 2 dogs look for the other one, and we couldn't recover it. So hopefully here in just a little bit, we're gonna have a phone call. I'm sitting here waiting. It's just a waiting game now, and hopefully we'll get some good news.
As day 2 comes to a close, hope is gone from finding Mike's deer. The good news, however, is that on the horizon some big buck will fall. Tune in for our next episode and watch these giants take the ground.